Hey everybody and welcome back to Noizie Works. Today we're going to try and fix Project Buddha. Project Buddha is something I bought with my wife in some convenience store and it was completely brown, so we painted it in a completely different color, and this should be a bird drinking thingy, but it leaks. So we're going to try and fix it. And fix it we're going to try and do with some epoxy resin from Mr. Boat. This is a Dutch company and a first for me. I have never worked with epoxy and I'm gonna take you for a ride. If this is your first time on the channel and you like the projects that I do, then please subscribe to the channel and give it a big thumbs up. Thank you. So this is what came with the box. We have the part A and part B epoxy resin. You have to mix them with a ratio of 2:1 in weight, not in volume. This is a free gadget they gave. These are some nitrite gloves and sticky. And I ordered separately some syringes, and we have a UV blocker because this is going to stay outside, and this is to keep the resin from yellowing. Now it's time for a big warning. Resin epoxies are dangerous. These chemicals are very toxic for your body. Even some light touching of the skin can give you severe reactions. So please wear some gloves, a respirator and maybe some safety glasses while you're at it. For this video I'm not going to use these as I'm in a very well ventilated area, as you might hear. So I have my container, I have my scale, I have some gloves. I will be using this stir sticky, whatever you call this thing, and start mixing it. We have a 45-minute working time, so that should be time enough to coat everything in one go. We set the scale to 0. We will have to use 2 parts of A to 1 part of B. There we have it. Now it's time to pour in part B. That's about it. Now let's give this a good stir. Oh yeah, almost forgot. We have the UV stabilizer. We have to add 1%. I have added the UV blocker with the syringe. Now give it another good stir. This is going to be the brush and we will have to throw it away after we use it. So it's thoroughly mixed. Now I'm going to leave this for a while to make the bubbles rise, and then we are going to paint it onto the project. I think it's time to start the pour. Start with a little bit. Now I'm going to brush it all down to the project. I think it's going to be it. I used less than 40 grams of material and now I will have to keep on brushing. You might see that there are some micro bubbles. Apparently you can fix that by using some heat, and heat I have right over here with this burner, and now I'm going to flash it by passing by it very fast. Yep, it works. All the bubbles are popping like crazy. It looks like the clear that we covered the color with is sticking really good. We are not wiping any color away. It's starting to get a bit jelly. One good tip is if you paint everything with an acrylic like we did, you can protect it by just putting over a varnish. And the varnish will make sure that if you are wiping and wiping and wiping, you're not wiping away your colors. And it seems to work very, very well. Now for being my first time, it's looking really good. I'm going to give it some time to harden, and then we will come back and view at the results. It's the next day and it looks like everything hardened out. Very nice, because I cannot remove this stick. Now I'm gonna leave this and let it dry out some more, because I don't think that the 24 hours make it, let's say, food safe for the wildlife we want to feed with it. So I'm gonna set this aside for a few days and then test out if it's watertight.
1 week later.
It has been over a week and I must say I'm very surprised of the results. We have one coating of regular pouring epoxy onto the surface and it's watertight. If you are looking for a coating to watertight your projects, then try some epoxy. Now, maybe I should use some epoxy to smooth out some prints. That's for the next video. Alright guys, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one. It hasn't dropped. it hasn't